To catch all the latest episodes, be sure to subscribe and ring that bell. So I'm really tired today, and I kind of need to work out because I have a busy day, and if I don't work out, then it's more difficult for me to be productive. And so being tired, my mind instantly says, oh my gosh, it starts worrying about not being able to work out, and then that leads into not being able to be productive and not being able to do my meetings. And so my mind is very kind of scattered right now, and I did as much work as I felt like this morning. And so now, and I was pretty productive, definitely learning a lot about how to get through the difficult times more fluidly instead of getting stuck. So got I did what I needed to get done this morning, and so now I'm gonna smoke, and I will be back in 5.
5 minutes later.
So I just finished smoking about 15 seconds ago, and I can already feel it in my body, just like all my muscles relax. The strain that has really been working well for me lately, I'm actually mixing two flowers in my pipe, which is a good thing about like smoking cannabis, is you can take the flower of a certain strain and mix it with other strains to, kind of make your own medicine. It's like I'm having my own apothecary back in the day. So these two strains were Gorilla Glue, or now known as GG4, and which is I believe it's a hybrid, but it's called Gorilla Glue, or it used to be called Gorilla Glue. It's called GG4 now because wherever you smoked it, it would just like, you're glued there. Like it's like, you get that body high, you get that couch lock. Couch lock is, when you're stoned and you're like, so that's what Gorilla Glue does, right? But then I paired it with Headband, which I believe is a sativa. Don't quote me on that. But Headband, is very high in linalool and limonene, which are good for anxiety, depression, but it's an upper too. So it kind of counteracts the GG4's sedation properties with, getting more energy in the Headband. So that's what I just smoked now. And obviously you can probably tell by my, body language and verbal language that it's having an effect. I feel much looser. Definitely more just interested. I kind of forgot I was tired. I don't feel tired right now. I just feel relaxed. Yeah, and so it's funny when I'm sober. Just what you saw before, literally not even 5 minutes ago. When I was sober, I was so worried that I was tired, which would therefore mean I can't go to the gym, which would therefore mean I would have to cancel my meetings, which would therefore mean I couldn't make my doctor's appointment later after the meetings, which would therefore mean that I'm not going to have that great of evening, and I'm going to go in tomorrow being depressed and down on myself. That's how my sober state of mind works. If you see my previous video, I talk about thinking in blocks. Well, those are very much blocks. And so when I'm high, which I am now, I'm trying to think of what I was talking about. So when I'm sober, so you got the sober picture, thinking in blocks, catastrophizing, but now that I'm high, see, you just saw, 5 seconds ago that I forgot what I was saying about? It's because I consciously forgot what I was saying about, but also forgot that's the way I think when I'm sober, because that's not the way I'm thinking now. I'm just focused on this moment. Do I know am I tired? Probably, but I would have to think about it. It's not like it's the first thing that comes to mind. Now I would have to think about if I really am tired. So I'm not thinking about that anymore. I'm just, here. I'm not really thinking about my meetings. So therefore, when I don't think about my meetings, there is no anxiety, because I get anxiety when I think about my meetings. So not thinking about my meetings gets rid of the anxiety. And, my doctor's appointment later in the day, I'm indifferent to it. But in my sober state of mind, I'd be like, I can't, it would just be added pressure because I would think if I did cancel the doctor's appointment, it wouldn't be 24 hours prior and I wouldn't have given notice, so they would bill me anyway. And all that factors into my sober state of thinking. And see, this is a perspective I get when I'm high and I look back at my sober self as I learn so much. So that is uh, just kind of an example of, the complexity and the nuances and ambiguities of the autistic brain and how that can be helped. It's great, very much, a gift, but sometimes it needs to be alleviated. So, I used that complexity this morning when I did my work. I'll use it later in the day. For right now, I need to be a certain different type of productive. The workout productive, the routine self-care productive, so I can set aside the complexity of my brain at times that I want, which is just so cool that I can adapt like that now, thanks to cannabis. Thanks, guys.